Damn it. We've got to do something. The doctor's only supposed to get fly that aluminium football.
But what?
You're the chess champ. You come up with a strategy. The best I could think of was we jump him. Well,
Direct attack sounds good. Shouldn't I drop that length of pipe?
I thought you preferred to run him like a little girl.
I think you guys are rubbing off on me. Let's go.
Right. Hey, Mushroom Head. You have your armor, your big helmet, and your ray gun. Oh, it's got a ray gun!
You are my prisoners. I must apprehend you.
Yeah, well, apprehend this. Oh! Ah! It's like punching a wall made out of bricks. Cement. That's hard, and it hurts. Yes.
Weakling. It will take more than...
That got him.
Equally useless weakling. My only for a short while neutralizer gun should hold you too. That should make you a little easier to handle for now.
What about me then?
Your underlings delayed me, but now prepare to see exactly what an autocannon can do. What? It chases...
Right then, I should thank you two. If it weren't for you two turning up like that, I wouldn't have had the time to finish modifying the late Corporal Fruitnut's control unit for the autocannon.
You're welcome. I think.
Yes, I managed to tell Blind its sensors by remote control and convince it to fire on the next input it received. That's the trouble with guns, they can be turned on anyone. Come along, you two. It's about time we got going.
Is that it then?
Pretty much. Come along into the sphere. We should be going, unless you want to experience what it's like to be atomized by a large-scale fusion detonation.
That did it. Out of the way.
Come on, Mike, get up.
Sheesh! What's the rush? We've only got to make out how to fly an alien spaceship that might have enough oomph to outrun a large-scale explosion.
Our alien friend there wasn't exactly finished as I hoped.
Your last one's a funny-looking spaceship has to drive.
I was planning on doing the driving anyway. Goodbye, cast. Enjoy the space mine while it's still here.
Time Lord. Fool. The sphere will destroy itself once the last of my unit dies. You have doomed yourself.
All this doesn't make a bit of sense to me.
Don't look at me. I'm a lousy shuttle pilot, but it looks more like modern art than a control room.
Shall I drive then?
Be my guest.
Right then. That should do it. The sphere is powering up. We should be taking off in a matter of minutes. Now, where's the scanner interface?
This it?
No, that's the troop monitor. Cast is still going. Not for long though. If the wounds from the autocannon don't finish him off, then the explosion will.
What about exposure to vacuum? Won't he get sucked out into space when we take off? This ship of theirs is rammed up against the airlock.
It would take some time for him to die of exposure like that. Though hides on those Sontarans, still, he'd have a more merciful end via the explosion that he's set in motion. Wait a minute. What's this?
What's what?
That.
What?
That indicator. It's building up as Cast's reading are declining. It's matching one over here on the engine reactor readings.
Look, it could be a coincidence. We're powering up to take off, right?
Yes, but that indicator over there here. Oh no.
What?
I forgot. It's standard Sontaran practice to blow up the ship when the crew is lost.
Oh, that's a pretty good strategy. You know, I've used a similar chess strategy. Wait a minute. We're on the ship.
Oh, nuts.
Let me off. Let me off. Let me out of here.
Off where? Back into that spaceman that's about to explode. Are you nuts?
Calm yourself, Mr. Strader. I'm working on it.
Do something.
He is. He thinks like you are not. He's thinking.
Can't take the engine offline, which we need to power to get away. Can't take Cast long since he's dying anyway. Faking an override code doesn't sound possible in the lack of time that we have.
Well,
I said I was working on it.
Can't you... I mean, what about... Hey, I think I've got it.
Yes?
The goal of moving pawns to the far end of the board is to exchange it for a different piece. Couldn't you...
Yes, excellent, I could. Mr. Strader, come with me. Mike, keep watching this indicator and this one. When this one turns red, press this surface and we'll take off. But if this one turns red, come and get me. This one monitors the state of the reactor.
what about this one here?
Oh, that's the self-destruct monitor. If that goes red, we'll be atomized.
No need to come and tell you then.
Right. Come along, Mr. Strader. Time is short.
I'll say good luck, but you know what I'm like. No sense of occasion.
Yes, I had noticed.
Soon. I feel the warmth, the reactor melting down. Neither my death or the explosion, but either way you and your underling shall die, Doctor. So, it will be death in the cold of space. I will not die alone. I will take my enemies with me.
Ow!
Hold still.
That thing stings!
Yes, but would you prefer a minor sting or being blown up?
Point taken. Do you have to tape it down so tight, though?
Oh, hush.
Doctor, I pushed the button. I think we're taking off.
Good. Let me check.
How you doing, Mr. Strader?
A little uncomfortable. This thing the doctor strapped to my arm feels like a huge bug bite, and I could swear that it's squirming.
What is it?
I'm not sure. The doctor said something about being a monitor that the Centaurans use to link into the self-destruct device.
As long as it senses someone's alive, it doesn't blow us up, right?
Yeah. Where'd he learn how to hack into Alienware computers? I don't know. But once he had this thing on me, he convinced the computer I was a new recruit.
Sometimes I think he makes up as he goes. Still, it all manages to work out in the end.
Well done, Mike. We are moving. It looks like the course I laid in should take us away safely and into the space lanes.
How much longer do you think the mine has before the reactor blows?
I'd have to say about... that long.
Right, since we're not part of the fireworks, I'm guessing your little jiggery pokery with a self-destruct thingy with jig, it's worked out too.
Quite so. We've happily exchanged a pawn with a knight at the end of the board. Checkmate, I believe. I'll set about to finding what they use for communication on this ship, and radio for help to pick up old Mr. Strader here. Then we can be on our own way, Mike.
A police ship that had come to investigate the explosion picked us up less than a few hours later. The doctor and Mike told me to make sure that the ship was left in space before the device that he strapped on me was removed. It took some convincing, but they did, and sure enough, the second the device came off, the sphere blew up.
All right. Well, I don't think I need anything else. We've had you in custody ever since that. Where are these other two, the doctor and this Mike kid?
They vanished.
Vanished?
Yep. Once the police ship docked, the doctor pulled something from his pocket, bid me goodbye, and vanished into thin air.
Well, so much for having anyone to back up your story. You do realize that the mining corporation could simply blame you for the explosion and press charges?
What about the device?
That thing, it's being analyzed.
I'm guessing that will be evidence enough.
I doubt it, but you never know. You're free to go, but we'll need to know your whereabouts for a while.
Oh, I think I'll be easy to find. I'm going back to the chess circuit.
Oh?
Well, after facing alien monsters and life-threatening situations, being stared at by a crowd isn't all that horrible anymore. Thanks to the doctor.
Doctor Who Check and Mate, written by Ron Daniels Jr., starring David Nagel as the Doctor, Michael Mayer as Mike, Mark Bruzy as Wils Strader, with Rupert Booth as Corporal Fruitnut, Kevin Healy as Private Frepp, Gareth Preston as Sub-Private Cast, Jason Crumb as Inspector Jackson, and Julia Nardin as the Computer. Incidental music, post-production and sound design by David Nagel, directed and produced by David Nagel. This has been a Damn Audios production.